Ed Bates here from Kilworth Chiropractic Clinic again, and welcome to yet another video in our series on all about stress. Now, in our last video, we described the somewhat morbid experiments concerning the prisoner on death row. Now, the significance of this is simply to appreciate how powerful your thoughts really are and how the concepts or fixed ideas or beliefs that we have embedded deeply in our subconscious can affect the body. Now, considering the significance of this idea, of thoughts and concepts, I'd like to explore it in a little more detail. However, the problem with discussing the mind is that it's not a physical structure. Rather, it's a function of your brain. And thus, since we all think in pictures, not being able to visualize it means it's hard to imagine it. Well, Dr. Thurman Fleet, a chiropractor in the 1930s who came up with zone technique and zone therapy, was undoubtedly one of the greatest healers that there's ever been, described our mind using this stick man as follows. So your mind literally has, if we can see that, your mind has two parts, a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. Now, your conscious mind is your thinking mind, and this is how you experience life really, as it gathers information from your 5 external senses. So you have your sight of smell, touch, taste, sound, I think that's all 5. For example, if you're crossing a road and you hear like a car approaching, you'll stop automatically. Now, and this is important, your conscious mind also allows you to accept or reject an idea, okay? The subconscious mind, however, is more like a sort of supercomputer. It's stored with a database of programmed behaviors or habits or concepts, most of which we acquire between the ages of birth and the ages of 7. Now, apparently almost 95% of our thoughts, our decisions, our emotions and actions are influenced from the programming in our subconscious mind. So the subconscious mind is basically running your life. For example, it's the subconscious mind that enables you to carry out several activities simultaneously, such as driving a car, having a conversation with the passenger. How often have you been in a car and driving on a road and had to ask yourself whether you actually had passed a particular junction or indeed a particular town? And that was because your subconscious mind had taken over. So why is this so important? Well, when you have an idea or someone tells you something, your conscious mind registers that, and if you accept that idea or suggestion, it moves into the subconscious. Now, if you repeatedly focus on that idea or suggestion and give it energy, that will eventually, let me get a different color, that will eventually form a concept. Now, what's a concept? Well, a concept is a fixed idea in the subconscious. In other words, it's like a program. So again, using the driving analogy, when you're first learning to drive, you're thinking consciously, a step-by-step process, left foot on the clutch, shift the gear, lever into first gear with your left hand. As you shift your weight off the clutch, you're simultaneously pressing down on the accelerator, plus you're checking your mirrors, you're looking in, all around you, so you're doing lots and lots of things. So it's no surprise that this skill, it takes a lot of concentration and effort at the beginning. But by practicing and repeating the process, you develop the skill and form a concept. And soon you drive without thought. Because remember, with concepts, all concepts manifest into the body. Now you may be thinking, well, what has that got to do with stress? Well, what you focus on and concentrate upon, you become. In other words, by repeatedly focusing on an idea, that idea becomes a concept, and all ideas manifest in the body. So if you focus on health and make healthier decisions and take healthier steps, you will manifest health. Whereas if you focus on sickness and disease, you'll get sick. Which is why the prisoner that we described in the last video died without losing a single drop of blood. He accepted an idea, it brought it into the subconscious, that created a concept, and that concept manifested in the body, and hence he died. I hope you found that interesting. We'll speak to you next time. Bye-bye.